What do we have in here? Oh, we have 15 waiting. Wow, thank you so much. I did something today where I can hear myself from the mic. So I'm enjoying that. Finally get to hear my voice instead of just guessing at what I sound like. Um, my dad says, "Don't let her do the whole what does it mean to be female routine." Yeah, okay. I will not be getting into that, okay? Today, okay. I did a stream on this channel a couple days ago. It was a little bit weird. But today we have a much more low-key stream, just about an hour. Our story with Mr. Deadman has it hasn't continued, but I wanted to share with you guys what he said happened to him and kind of react to it. If you don't know, for anybody not watching, I the Thorpe says, "Wow, the tech genius in our family." For everybody out there, the Thorpes, I have no idea who they are. So, if you can figure out who they are, that would be great. Because I have no idea. They've just, they've been haunting our channel. And I love them. I do. But no clue who they are. I feel like it's somebody I know. At least in this, whatever, not community or whatever my dad would say. Anyways, so, yeah, so I stream with my dad on his channel, Ben Thorpe, aka Abel. And there's been a whole slew of people who react to our content. Okay, go in there and have a bloody...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully I remember to get this video out on time, but we are back again with some Thorpe's content. Love me some more Thorpe. So here we are with Great second quote-unquote solo stream, where she goes through a little bit about not yesterday, but mind you, this is like around early 2022, or no, it's late 2022, so she goes through a little bit talking about the situation with Dan Man, which involved the police getting called on him. Yeah, apparently, I was not aware, but apparently Grace decided to go to the police office. I'm not kidding you. Grace went to the police office, reported this, and what resulted in the cops calling up Mr. Deadman himself and his wife and his family over the whole thing about pickaxe and picks, and picks holes and all that fun stuff. It's obviously because I'm a knuckle dragger. I don't know these kind of things. It resulted in him literally getting the cops called on him. Apparently, some cop called on his phone and asked him about this stuff and explained the whole situation with, him being very he was shit scared of his own wife, who is apparently a Hispanic, which I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Mr. Deadman, right? Because, if you ever dealt with a Hispanic woman, it's not a great time. It is not a great time if you ever deal with the Hispanic women. They will rip, well not rip, but they will make sure your life is a living hell, and you may or may not wake up tomorrow with less hair. Where? I'll let you decide, or one less ball. Where? I'll let you decide, because I value my life. Let's move on though before things get worse.
I genuinely did want to go over there just because I like, to see them. So, we went over there, we went to the police station and we were just going to talk, And so we met with this officer and he didn't, he was like, "What's going on?" And we were like, we kind of got an online death threat, whatever. And he at first, he didn't seem too, intrigued. He was kind of like, "Okay, I've got a lot of these in the past, and mostly it's like teenage kids, so I don't really take online stuff that seriously." And we were like, "Okay, understandable, right?" So then
Good. I didn't even told him. Actually, the worst thing about this is that now I'm going to have to explain it to my mom and to my wife. Well, I explained it to my mom because that would be easier. And I did that. And that went well. That went fine. Okay. Then I explained it to my wife, which I did. I did that after the stream last night. And Well, let me show you. So, my wife is, my wife is Hispanic, very Hispanic. She uses a chancla. Okay, that's a flip flop. In case you don't know. Okay, and this is not the first time I've done this. With the Vicker clan, there was a situation, right?
All right, I'm not okay. Obviously, I'm not sure if his wife actually beat him or if he's joking because you can never tell with these people. But either way, either it's a joke about he gets beaten by his wife or his wife did really beat him, which is hilarious. This fucking Mexican woman or Hispanic or whatever. I think he said she's Mexican. What are you doing? You're doing stupid stuff on the internet. You stop it.
Obviously, with those two clips we just shown, yeah. Poor Mr. Deadman. I can imagine his wife was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You crazy man! You crazy man! How many times I told you no more messing with these people on the internet? First you met with the Vickers, oh my god, and then now you met with this stupid woman. What's her name? What's this silly little girl? Oh, great! Are you hitting on me with this crazy girl? Oh my god, Mr. Deadman! What did you? I can imagine something like that happen, but given that I've been around a lot of Hispanic women, I can imagine that in that moment, he probably was more scared. She put the fear of God into him. What are you doing? He probably just screamed at him. Like, kind of like, no, I doubt it. I really doubt it. He was being screamed at. She probably was really concerned. She, like, probably at first she got mad at him, but then was, like, very concerned. Like, because it's apparently, because as I was streaming this, someone was telling me in the chat, I believe it's Get Crack or someone was telling me that that he worked at a CPS job, I believe in Texas, and he lost it due to the Vickers people. So it's interesting to see that Mr. Deadman has a tendency to just really pick fights with these people, and like shit just happening. I think when it happens to him, he's just like, it is what it is. I mean, he's a good sport about that. That's something you can never take that away. That he was a really, really good sport about this whole, dilemma and drama that happened. I like imagine, and I mean, like Grace straight up did say that he wanted to go see the nice cop. Hey guy, if you want to get Grace's attention, you got to be either a policeman, an EMT, or a firefighter. She only wants the best of the best. You got to be able to carry her on your back. You guys don't understand. Grace only wants the best of the best. He only wants the dog of the state. You guys, if you guys want Grace, you can't be just an online content creator. You can't be some whatever. You gotta be a policeman, right? If you want the goosey, you want the goosey, you want the Dorsey. You know what I mean. If you want the Dorsey, you need to be a policeman. You want the legendary Doocy, the Dorpsy, the Groosey, the Gracie? Yeah, what's wrong with me? Oh, we still have more to cover. Don't you worry.
Even though you pre-fired me, or I'd like to get rehired because I think, it was good. It was a good show, but it's a little bit, self-indulgent at the end. So if I was there, I'd keep things a little bit fresher. All right. Let's go back. We're almost done with this.
That kind of baffles me. I thought they were just a dumb family that put stuff out there. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to make these. I mean, I could legally still make these comments, but I don't want him to think that they're threats. I don't want him to go to the police over being called dumb.
That's not why we went to the police, but okay.
Well, dumb boomer dad over there, puts his family out there. I mean, that's what I think of them. But I guess other people think of them as being infiltration units because he will tell small sectors, usually right-wing sectors, that he wants to talk to them and he's willing to pay. He wants to pay money to get involved in various right-wing bubbles on YouTube and on the internet. And all.
Who called Deadman right wing? I mean, he's not any wing. He's just, shit talking.
All that to infiltrate them, right? And we saw a little bit of this.
Yeah, if you're wondering if the first clip I had on was censored, it wasn't really censored, more that I turned the volume down and I wanted to give you guys some weird content. Grace dancing. Yeah, Grace doing the whole dance and song and everything has been around for a long time, which makes sense. It makes sense. Grace has always been a highly creative woman. It makes sense for Gracie to be like this. Yeah, after that, right, she gets back into more of the Denman stuff and more of that whole situation. Apparently, at one point, people thought Deadman was right wing, and also apparently people thought that the Dorps, particularly Ben, was the FBI agent, I believe because of they were in a David Walsh show. I believe I'm saying his name right, in a particular person, because they do mention David Walsh quite a bit. Now, personally, it's very ridiculous to think that Ben or Grace are part of the CIA or FBI. There you go, FBI, not CIA, FBI. But if they were doing a really bad job being the operator, or maybe they're doing such a great job that we've been psyoped. Maybe the truth is the Dorps are actually a psyop, and we've just been playing along, right? They're actually MK Ultra never ended. MK Ultra never really ended. You know what I mean, guys? MK Ultra, right? Really, in truth, the Dorps were always the real MK Ultra. Everything else, nah, all of that, fake. But the Dorps were the real MK Ultra operates. Glow in the dark CIA people, if you know what I'm referring to. Okay, I'll have one more clip because I think you guys deserve one more clip from Gracie Poo.
He had so many things to do that she was obliged to stay at home. So he went alone, though he found that when his wife was not with him, he never had any luck. One day when he was away hunting, the woman fell ill, and in a few days she died. Her husband grieved bitterly and buried her in the house where she had passed her life. But as the time went on, he felt so lonely without her that he made a wooden doll about her height and size for company and dressed it in her clothes. He seated it in front of the fire and tried to think he had his wife back again. The next day he went out to hunt, and when he came home, the first thing he did was to go up to the doll and brush off some of the ashes from the fire which had fallen on its face. But he was very busy now, for he had to cook and mend, besides getting food, for there was no one to help him. And so a whole year passed away. At the end of that time, he came back from hunting one night and found some wood by the door and a fire within.
And I think it's a good place to stop for now. So that's basically the second solo stream from Grace. Not really much happened in the sense that like anything really could happen. Mind you, it's like around like 3 months when he just started streaming, probably 4 months at this point when they just started streaming. And I didn't realize they were getting themselves involved in drama, like at all. Like it took me like literally almost like a couple months to get involved with drama, particularly with Ruby. But that was a one-time instant, and that wasn't really that much. Right? That wasn't really as bad as a lot of people think. It was just a one-time thing. But yeah, you can tell that Grace is way much more relaxed and calm. Though I will tell you this much: that currently, as we speak, I am going through her third stream, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, trust me when I say things are being said. If you guys like that reading from Gracie, hope you like your story time with Gracie Poo. Maybe she needs to do more. Grace, do more reading times. Your fans demanded it. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, till next time. Thank you for listening to the KosherCopesino. I am your host, Spud. Till next time, God bless.